Hola folks! Welcome back to my channel to my welcome. I'm Hermione Kaling and I do book reviews, but you already know that. If you're watching me for the first time, hello. If you're watching me for the second time, hello and hello. Today we're going to be doing something different. I'm not going to be doing a review of a paperback. Instead, I'm going to be giving a one chapter treatment of a Wattpad book that I've been thinking of reading for a while now. Going straight to it, this book is titled Till the Clock Strikes Gone, and it's written by Tail, a Grammar on Wattpad. Before anything, I'd like to salute the author for editing this book 8 times before finally putting it up on Wattpad to read. That is dedication right there, because I've never ever actually finished editing a full book, not even mine. I always get distracted with life in college and I always leave my books half done. I've never actually finished one. Most of my books on Wattpad are actually first drafts and it's pretty bad. As usual, I'll be reading out the book blurb first. Till the Clock Strikes Gone by Taylor Grammar. When an accidental time travel brings 27-year-old William 8 years back to the past, he gets a chance to change his future and undo his marriage to the wife he never loved, the one who loved him too much. But landing at the doors of her 19-year-old self, he is met with someone who is extremely different from who has always known her to be, and he ends up falling in love with her. The catch? Eliza Scott hates him. Thrown into a race against time, William is left with 2 choices: win back Eliza's heart and go back to the same future which he left behind, or forget Eliza and go back to a future where she is no longer his. Right, I didn't tell you that this book has something to do with time travel, but it does, and I think the blurb does the job. I'm left with the question of what will happen, and I want to find out more about it. So that is what a blurb should do, and I think this blurb does the job. I actually read 3 parts of this book, although I was supposed to read only 1. The first part was a short poem by Shakespeare, and the second part was just a letter. Now, the third part is what I actually considered the first chapter, so I read till the third part. This chapter is mostly introduction of the characters, but we get to see a clear pictures of their lives as we're introduced to one character after the other. And the description were detailed and clear. Usually I rush through these things, but the writer has done a great job of blending the characters, the introduction and the character tell just right, so it was not a drag. I kind of savored each word, and descriptions were epic. They were good. I can't say much about the writing style because I don't usually think about it until I'm done reading the whole book. Only after I finished reading the whole book would I try to see if it was too fast or too slow, or if it was consistent, or if the voice was too jumpy. Like, I don't want to say anything about it until I completely finished reading the book, so I'm gonna leave it at that for now. But it definitely wasn't bad, it was good. So far all I can say about Eliza is that she's a sweet housewife and she loves her husband probably too much, which is what's making her stay. I mean, that love. And I can't really say much about her because this book is largely, the narrative is largely written from the perspective of the husband, William. So right now we're just seeing what kind of a person she is, but not really getting into the character, so I'm gonna leave Eliza too at that. Talking about William's personality, he makes me laugh above all things. He strikes me as that petty, whiny kid who complains about almost all of the things. But I know that one fine day, karma's gonna strike him hard, and I can't wait for it. It's gonna be really exciting when that happens and make him realize things. He is so indifferent to his wife. Like, there was a particular line, not a quote, but a line that made me laugh, and it's that he knows and he sees that Eliza, his wife, is beautiful, and she's sort of like this perfect housewife. She's sweet, she loves him a lot, and he sees her every day. He sees her beautiful, he sees her beauty every day, and that kinds of, instead of appreciating it, he says that it makes him blind. He does not love her, but he feels sorry for the fact that she's stuck with a douchebag like him, and he wakes up every day hoping that she would leave him for the better, but she never did. She stays with him. And I saw something in the first chapter. Most people might rush through it and forget about it, but I don't spare no one and nothing. William saw Eliza reading old torn letters. Nothing was said more about it, but I have this suspicion that it has something to do with time travel. I'm guessing he probably wrote it to her when they were in high school, and he probably wrote that he loved her a lot, and maybe that's the reason why she's staying with him, although he's not really good enough for her. And he's yet to realize that he loves her because he hasn't yet traveled back in time. I got this idea because I watched a movie about 2 weeks ago. It's called Time Traveler's Wife. Yeah, it's also a book. It's actually a book adapted into a movie. So in that movie, when the guy and the girl first met, the girl recognized him, although he doesn't. And that is because his older self travels back in time when she's young to be friends with her. So in that way, she grows up knowing him. But in his case, he hasn't yet grown old enough to travel back in time to meet her. So you get what I mean? So I'm guessing it's something like that. She knows, but he hasn't yet traveled back in time to actually love her. And so overall, the narrative is interesting and detailed, and it's not boring. I hardly found any flaw in it, and who am I to say this, but grammar was also spot on. I think it's a good read. It has that hook that makes you want to continue reading. I want to know more about the letters especially, and if you're on Wattpad, I think you should definitely check this book out. I think it'll be worth the time. It's a good one. With that, it's a wrap today. I haven't actually started reading the book that I promised, The Sun Is Also a Star. I kind of started reading it yesterday, but as always, I've been distracted with life in college and everything. But if it takes me too much time to bring you guys a review of that book, then I'll definitely put up another review, something like this, a Wattpad book. So stay tuned for that, and thanks for watching. If you like this video and if you like my channel, you could definitely subscribe and like. Thank you.